we've got the sheet laid out. We've got, the way it's formed is linear forming, linear stretching. So it comes in a big thing stamped out, and it's rolled and it's rolled and it's rolled. So the grain of the metal goes the length of the sheet. So that gives you a linear grain. So when you're doing linear shaping, especially on a hood or a door skin or something that's fairly large, you're better off wheeling the length of the panel in the English wheel, because the English wheel is a linear stretching machine, so therefore it will keep it consistent. If you start taking a door skin and then start wheeling the length of it across grain, you're going to find out it's going to not be as smooth and as even, and a little bit of a battle to get the right kind of shape in the panel at the right places. The other aspect is spherical shaping. So spherical shaping is things like planishing hammers and power hammers. So they're doing a 360. So it really doesn't matter which way you have your grain situated, because the grain, even if it's going one direction and it's doing spherical shaping, it distorts that grain. But what does make a difference is if you're coming to do some welding, you're looking at the grain going this direction, and then you're going to shear off a piece of metal. Whatever you're going to cut out to put on the top, you're going to do your maybe detail in the bead roller, so the bottom of the skin is fairly smooth, the top of the door is really detailed with all this bead rolling. If you put your grain coming this way, linear, and then bead roll it across coming up the other way, it gives you a trapped shape, so that when welding comes along, it will expand this side, but this way has got nowhere to go. It won't expand as much, so therefore you'll get an uneven. So it's better to do the grain together so that they expand together at the same rate, and that's how you can get a nice flat weld all the way through the sheet, whether it be a door skin or a trunk lid or whatever. The center of this is all the way out here.
Right.
So that's as close as you'd want to go, but the edge of the die is going to mess this up.
Okay.
What I would do is come in with the die right there and planish up and go across the whole thing.
Okay, that makes sense.
But that's just my preference. So what we can do is we can make the panel up, and we'll make it the same shape as the edge of this, so that then you can trim it back, and it's up to you how much you want to trim back.
Okay.
But when you're wheeling, you want to leave about 2 inches at least, because of distance traveled.
Right.
It's hard to keep it absolutely perfectly uniform right to the very edge of the panel, never going to happen.
Right.
So you don't concentrate about that, you just give it extra 2 inches. So I'm asking because your workshop might have a different liking to doing stuff than my idea.
No, he was open to it. Yeah, so he originally, when we were first talking about it, I had brought up, coming in out here for the strength, but what you're saying makes sense. And he was saying, maybe like an inch off, a half inch off or whatever. So, if we come out 2 inches.
And then you've got your variance to where you want to trim. Yeah, that would be what I would do if I was doing this job. Just going to weld this center section in and trim this in, coming in obviously somewhere close to the paint line, right in here.
Right.
Come in, then the die, it doesn't transfer the edge of the die onto the material, and then you can just planish all the way down through there and get it to become fairly smooth and flat through the welding area.
Right.
Doing it on a radius is fine, but you've still got this variant of it going up and down, and then you're going to have to use a crown die to put that in. If you use a crown die, especially where the weld is a little softer because it's got heated and everything,
right,
it takes the tensile out of the metal. You're going to get that thing raising up quite a bit.
Okay.
So the difference between doing the weld here and the weld here, it's more difficult to do the weld here because there's going to be a little bit more movement on the panel because it's not as rigid into the shape line.
Right.
But the cleanup is going to be so much more. So it's kind of like the tortoise and the hare. You get into it and you start getting, the hare's just getting into it, going around there. And the tortoise is slow and methodical on the welding.
Okay.
And you're going to have less distortion. You just run it down with a planishing thing, probably a 36 or a 24 die. You'll have that thing de-stressed, hammered up, and the hair will be like, I've got a lot of cleanup.
Right.
Oh, now you've got hours.
Right.
And the tortoise is all finished and done.
Right. No, that makes sense.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense to me. 48, right?
Yeah. We'll just mark that up with a centre line. Throw one in the centre as well when you finish it. And we'll just margin it in from there. Alright. Alright, so coming back down to you. We have setting the panel. We got the material. It's soft. It's from where it's been formed in the mill, and setting the panel means you've got to put a very, very subtle shape through the panel to compress all the grain before we start going in with full pressure to start shaping the panel. The analogy is fresh snow. You've got a heavy truck. You drive it straight through the snow. A lightweight truck trying to drive backwards and forwards over those tracks, you're never going to get rid of those tracks. So we don't get ribs in the panel, which is what we don't want, is we're going to do a light pressure to set it. We're going to go as smooth and as close together with all our passes, and that will set the pressure. Then we're going to come back in and we're going to increase our pressure to actually start putting shape into our panel to get it closer to what we want. And we may end up doing that several passes. If you don't set the pressure to a lightweight pressure at the very beginning, any of the ribs that you get in straight away, you're not going to be able to get out because you're not going to be able to get close to that pressure to continue smoothing and smoothing. You'll have way too much shape in this panel. So we're going with lightweight pressure first just to set the panel, as they call it. So as I run through that panel, you can see that we've got full width. You see the full width? You can barely see it. So that tells me at lightweight pressure we've got fairly good contact. Just let it sit natural in the wheel. Just run it through. So I've now got one that's a little tighter. When I flip it over, you can see that we've got full contact on both sides of the wheel. Do you see that? Very, very slight, very subtle. We don't have a hard-on edge. So therefore I know that this wheel is set perfect. So we're ready to wheel. You can actually see it in the light line a little easier. You see
that is much easier.
You see that? So we're looking the whole width of the wheel. I'm not pinching on one side and hardly any pressure. I've got full pressure across the whole thing.
Yeah, full track.
Yeah. Notice, you see how the panel just sagged in the middle?
Right.
On my end. So I'm going to come in until it pops up. You see that's popped up now? So you're going to probably want 50 in. I've still got good control and my center is crowned.
Okay.
It's not sagging.
So like right about here?
Right.
Okay.
Okay? Same thing. So we're going to come in. We're going to do one walk just to see that you're good to go. I'm feeling crunchy and cracky. Let's clean that off again.
So, which process is this?
So you've almost got enough shape in the back, in the front half. Holding it down, you see.
Yeah.
We're solid, and I'm solid. You feeling that?
More close.
So then when you feel the front, you can feel that we've still got some spring. We need more shape in the front, in the back edge, like we were talking about.
Right.
So this is where we've got a choice. We can bump up our shape a little bit, just a hair. Don't want to do it too dramatic in the middle of a panel.
Right.
I'd rather come from the side with a constant shape and then add.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're doing a panel this side, sometimes it's nice that you know you've got to put more shape in this side. And we're over here, we're going to be coming in again. If I bump up the shape just a little bit, we come in from here and then blend out to here.
Okay.
So we'll just do just a hair, but it's not that bad. But you'd never tell with these on.
Mm-hmm.
So as I said, we lifted up, I got it to the profile that we want, and I'm looking at it and goes, oh, we've got to put more shape in through here probably.
Okay.
But I don't want to overdo it. So, how close are you to your radius? You're on the radius about there, right about there.
Yeah, right about there.
And how close are you to the? Is it actually raising it up off the?
Yeah, the clamps are raising it up.
Yeah.